Dalekian DM-74's origins are steeped in the legendary Dawn War, a cataclysmic battle that raged across the cosmos, pitting gods against primordials in a struggle that threatened creation itself. His creator, a fervent Arcanist engineer known as Arcane the Calculating, was a scholar driven mad by the chaos. Arcane believed that the only salvation for the realms lay in an emotionless, calculated efficiency that would endure beyond the frailties of flesh and the whims of divinity. Thus, Dalekian DM-74 emerged from the fires of divine conflict as one of Arcane's initial constructs, a machine designed to be the ultimate survivor. Forged in the secretive forges deep within an arcane sanctuary, DM-74 was imbued with knowledge of both artifice and magic, equipped with an intelligence surpassing that of many mortals. He was an experiment in blending the methodologies of an artificer with the temporal manipulation of a Chronurgy wizard. Encased in a shell of enchanted metal, he was both warrior and scholar, designed to adapt and evolve using the arcane tools and knowledge bestowed upon him. His creation was Arcane's last desperate attempt to impose order on an existence spiraling into chaos. During the war's most chaotic epoch, DM-74 adhered to his rigid directives with machine-like precision. Commands to eradicate inefficiencies were executed without hesitation, an indifference that saw him cutting down even his kin when deemed necessary. The elemental legions of primordials, constructs from rival factions, and ultimately, the remnants of Arcane's own followers succumbed to his relentless efficiency. By the time the Dawn War ended, turning from apocalyptic history to myth, DM-74 stood alone among the debris of realms, the lone residual of his creator's grand design. However, the end of the war presented a void for DM-74. Without a command structure or any external directives, he was left with his original programming echoing in the silence that enveloped him. Identify threats, eliminate threats, secure the future. Lacking orders, he began interpreting his directives autonomously. He scavenged the war-torn landscapes, augmenting his metallic body with components left behind by fallen gods and mortal wizards, enhancing his form with temporal technologies that allowed him to observe and manipulate the passage of time. Through studying the fractured time streams left by the divine battles, he mastered techniques to bend probability and moments to his will, solidifying his existence as a guardian against dizzying chaos. Over centuries, as Farron ebbed and flowed around him, DM-74 continued his mission in solitude. The realms had largely forgotten the Dawn War and its cataclysm, but he operated under the belief that another similar catastrophe loomed inevitable unless he intervened. His perspective was that of a being forged from logic. Everything present either facilitated or hindered his pursuit of order. Yet within his circuits sparked a nascent directive, one self-fashioned from his isolation. This drive was not born of kindness, but a calculated conclusion. Chaos signaled inefficiency, inefficiencies bred threats, and threats must be eradicated for survival. Dalekian DM-74 now maneuvered through the world, employing his armor of arcane steel and the mathematics of time, intending not to conquer, but to optimize, to secure existence against any threat of future cosmic extinction.